everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today it's one of my replays. I'm in the Hector, a tier 9 Commonwealth cruiser. I'm on map Crash Zone Alpha. It's a 4-point domination game and we can't see the enemy team because that bug is still not fixed. You know, I thought this bug was fixed because I didn't encounter it for a few replays, but no, it's just... was just luck, I suppose, that I had a few bug-free replays. Of course, I mean, why would Wargaming fix that bug? It doesn't affect carriers, so Wargaming doesn't care. Now, we've spotted a sub, but the sub is already diving. Got some shells in the way, but it should... Oh, would I actually hit? Now this is curious, because usually a sub can dive quite fast enough to avoid those shells. So either that sub is especially slow at diving, I have no idea, or the sub stopped its diving process and got hit because of it. Well, anyway, I'll take it. Meanwhile, there is a Pommern coming in. And there is a raider. So the Kronstadt is the only raider the enemy team has. But unfortunately, it's right here. Now, the Hector can be quite a fun ship, honestly. It's just not a very effective ship. The Hector needs special circumstances to work, in a sense, because you don't really have a lot of range, you don't really have a lot of gun power. You'd like to supplement your gun damage with torpedoes, but with 10-kilometer torpedoes, it's hard to pull off, especially if there is a lot of radar, right? Because you can't really creep that close enough with your smoke. Anyway, the Pommern might just be eating some fish. The radar is over, so I've now used my own smoke and I'm gonna creep around here. The thing is, the Pommern, yeah, it's taking some fish, nice. The Pommern has 6-kilometer height. My smoke fire penalty is, I think, 5.3. So, smoke fire penalty is going to be a secondary issue. The first is going to be the Hydra. So if that Pommern gets close enough, I'm in trouble. But I can creep away with my smoke screen, just not very fast. I need to go a quarter speed or I will be detected. Thankfully, the Pommern makes a turn just before the Pommern can Hydra me. It made the turn and got taken out. Yeah, so having a moving smoke screen can be fun. Unfortunately, it comes with downsides as at the higher tier, right? Because of the raiders. And also, you know, at this tier, like, people, quite a few of them have figured out blind shooting. And with a very small smoke trail, you are obviously a bit easier to predict where you are. Now I'm launching some random torps here. I know I was spotted by either the Yugomo or the submarine. If it's the Yugomo, who knows? It's not like I'm gonna need those torps. So speaking of torps, I feel like what the Hector should get is something like 12-kilometer torps or so. That would make the Hector probably quite a balanced ship. And speaking of balanced things, hello submarine. Now that submarine is refusing to... No, is it finally diving? I wonder, is it just a very... like... Does it just dive a lot slower than other subs, or is this submarine just very averse to diving?
Torpedoes to port.
Whatever the reason might be, the sub is dealt with, so that's nice. Our Weimar is going to eat some fish, that's less nice. So yeah, where was I? So the Hector is a bit on the weak side. It can still be fun because it's a weird little ship, right? It has a fun turret layout, it has the creeping smoke screen, it's plays a bit differently than other ships, I suppose. It's just not very effective. Unless the right circumstances are around. So I really feel like what this ship should get is something like maybe 12-kilometer torps or so, and then it would be quite reasonable. But be that as it may, I'm going to join Rook there in this smoke screen that's so lovely appearing in front of me, and then we're gonna shoot a rune a bit. Now, right now, I'd say the D-cap probably needs help more than the A-cap, although maybe the A-cap needs help too. Overall, we are actually one trip ahead, so that's nice. Now, of course, I have some very low caliber guns, and they have a very long charge every time. The horn does some very light wiggling, so most of my shells are probably gonna miss. But that's fine, there is I mean, it's also in concealment now. But there is a Charles incoming, so maybe we can deal with this Charles instead. Charles is getting pretty low though, and it has been finished off. What do I do next? That Kronstadt is obviously... Oh wait, there is a Mars. So, haven't quite figured it out yet, but I will in a second. There we go. So there is the Mars. And unfortunately I accelerated a little bit too much here in my enthusiasm to shoot it. So I might just be creeping out of the smoke screen. My own smoke screen is ready soon. And I mean the thing is, I might have to go forward anyway if I wanna get this Mars. Now this Mars is going for our submarine. Obviously Mars having hydro and being that close, it will see that submarine. Thankfully we can see the Mars because my friend is radaring it. Which means I'm now gonna go forward and I'm gonna take care of it. My smoke is ready, so once I got this Mars I can smoke up again. Obviously I'm going too fast for the smoke right now, so there is no point in pressing it just yet, but here we go, I've slowed down. Gonna pop some smoke, and then we're gonna shoot them om nom nom. And ow! Something shot me in return. That's rude. Oh, and there is more armor piercing incoming. And even more ow. So, that hurt. But you can see, like, the first squishy cruiser like this, if you're detected, and I didn't really have ships that near me, and those were only cruisers shooting me, right? You lose your hit points very quickly. So you gotta be very careful how you position this thing, but on the other hand, you don't really have the range to be too far in the bank. Now I am safely in my smoke screen. Unfortunately, that means I can't see the om nom nom, and there is a sub somewhere. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit. Also, one of the great things about the traveling smoke screen is, right, that I can go... See, I'm now full speed, now I'm detected, but I can just slow down again, and then I'll be in concealment. And pop the hydro here, so I can dodge those torpedoes. Like, the Nebraska shouldn't be able to shoot me, and I hope the ships behind me are all PC. The submarine, unfortunately, is not busy, and I need to try to avoid that one. Yeah, it's gonna ping me here. I'm on fire. So, here is the thing, right? If I wanna stay in my... Ow! Okay, the Nebraska can shoot me. I immediately damage count, but nothing stops this submarine from reapplying the ping. And since, you know, my smoke screen isn't that big, it shouldn't be that hard for it to do so. Now there are some more fishes incoming. Oh, I got a nice fire there. It's lucky.
Smoke screen set.
So I'm dodging those. I'm very scared that the submarine is just going to reping me, and I also should heal, by the way. So I have depth charges that drop in the back. Oh, my smoke's over. Okay, the sub is diving. So now things are escalating. The battleship tried to drop me with his planes, but it missed. That's good news. The Omono is very low on health, it's also on fire. Well, so am I. The submarine keeps pinging, damage con not quite ready yet, but I'm dodging those drops, thankfully. Now I can damage con. And I'm still detected, but concealment should kick in soon. Oh, the submarine is... It's on periscope depth. So a hydro can actually catch a submarine on periscope depth. If it were actually diving, I could only spot the 2 kilometers and it would be safe. But it's not diving. So if it were diving, right, first of all I couldn't have shot it, and second I couldn't have seen it. But it's surprising, but diving is a very complicated concept that a lot of submarines don't seem to understand. I'm not entirely sure why. You'd think it's the main attraction of a submarine, but no, it's... apparently it's not. Now anyway, I got some torps off on this side. Of course the Nebraska is outside of the torpedo range, but it's sailing into it. It's also maneuvering, so... I mean... Those are somewhat optimistic tops. I should have spread them out more. I should have, like, the thing is, I didn't want to reverse too much, right? If I reversed more, I could have got a better angle for my torpedoes. But I needed to stay in a position to run away, because the Nebraska is getting close enough to spot me soon. And there was the fact that I wanted to stay in the camp, so I couldn't go forward. And of course, if there is a friendly destroyer that's providing me with a smoke screen, and none of this matters, although the Nebraska is now spotting me with planes. Now the good news is the Nebraska can't shoot its guns while it's controlling the planes, so if it's spotting me with those planes, it can't use its own spotting. So there is that, and now that the planes are gone, it can no longer see me. I complimented this destroyer, by the way, that was a very lovely smoke screen. Now the Nebraska is getting very close to actually my smoke fire penalty, so I could just stop shooting here or I could just turn away. But you know, it would be my Kraken, and I'm kind of greedy now. There are only 2 enemy ships remaining, so we are fine. The guns aren't pointing my way even. So we'll just keep shooting it. We also have fish going towards it, and who is gonna get the kill? It's my division. Well, no Kraken, but you know. Still pretty nice game. And that just leaves a horn. Now all that we need to see is if Rook can get it, because you know there is like that division Kraken thingy, and we could still get that if Rook gets the horn, then we'd have 7 kills in our division. Now we got a shoulder to shoulder, that's nice. Now it remains to be seen who gets that horn, and we're going to speed it up. Will it be our division? Can we get the division Kraken? Come on. This is getting close. And nope. So the Krakens remain unleashed in this one, but it was a pretty nice game in the Hector, I have to say. It was quite a fun one, and as you can see, like, the Hector can be a fun ship. It's just not overly a very effective ship, like most of the time, but in the right circumstances, can be a blast. It helps, obviously, if to vision with somebody else who has smokescreen, and it helps if the enemy doesn't have too much 12-kilometer radar, and if there aren't too many planes, so... well, anyway, I hope you had fun watching this, and I'll see you next time.